Adeshawa had everything a girl could dream of: money, beauty, and freedom. Her parents, Chief and Mrs. Okafor, were one of the wealthiest families in Lagos. They owned businesses across the country, and their mansion stood like a castle in the heart of Banana Island. From a young age, Adeshawa got whatever she wanted: the latest phones, designer bags, trips to Dubai. Her parents never said no to her. But what she truly wanted, what she craved, was excitement. Rules bored her, school felt like a prison. That was why she never really went. Her parents believed she was attending one of the best boarding schools in the country, a strict Catholic school that prided itself on discipline and excellence. They paid millions in school fees, thinking they were investing in their daughter's future. But Adeshawa had her own plans. One morning at exactly 6:30 a.m., the housekeeper, Mrs. Singh, knocked gently on her door. "Small madam, good morning. Your driver is waiting to take you to school." Adeshawa ground, stretching her long slim legs on the sleeky white sheet of her king-size bed. "I am coming," she murmured, rubbing her eyes. She didn't have to wake up early. No one would punish her if she arrived late. She was Adeshawa Okafor, the girl no teacher dared to challenge. By the time she stepped out of her room, her breakfast was already served: a plate of pancakes, bacon, and fresh orange juice. She barely touched it. "I am not hungry," she told her mother, who was sipping coffee in the dining room. "You need to eat something, darling," her mother said, barely looking up from her laptop. "You have a long day ahead at school." Adeshawa smiled. If only her mother knew. Her father was nowhere to be seen. He was always traveling for business. Her mother worked from home, but she was too busy to notice what Adeshawa did. After a brief goodbye, she stepped into the black Range Rover that would take her to school, except she wasn't going to school. As soon as the car turned a corner, Adeshawa pulled out her phone and sent a message: "I am on my way." 15 minutes later, the driver stopped in front of St. Mary's Girls' Boarding School. "Be good," the driver said. Adeshawa smiled sweetly. "I always am." As soon as the car drove off, she turned away from the school gate and walked quickly towards a side street. She knew every shortcut, every hidden corner. Within minutes, she arrived at an old, abandoned building. It was a small hideout known only to a few people. And inside waiting for her was Kelvin. Kelvin was everything a parent would hate: rough, dangerous, and reckless. He was a gang member, always in trouble with the police. But to Adeshawa, it was exciting. "Hey baby," he said, pulling her into his arms. His scent was a mixture of cigarette smoke and cheap cologne. She grinned. "Missed me?" "You know I did." They spent the next hour rubbing in each other's arm, drowning in forbidden pleasure. School was the last thing on her mind. Adeshawa wasn't alone in her secret life. She had two best friends, Sophia and Tolu. Sophia was the daughter of a senator. She had grown up in wealth and power, just like Adeshawa, but she was even wilder, always looking for the next thrill. Tolu, on the other hand, came from a street home. Her parents were pastors. She was supposed to be a good girl, but she had a rebellious streak no one knew about. At first, they didn't know about Adeshawa's secret getaways, but one day she let them in on it. "You guys need to leave a little," she told them one night in their dormitory. "Kelvin and his guys are having a party tomorrow. You should come." Sophia's eyes sparkled with interest. "A party? That sounds fun." Tolu hesitated. "I don't know. What if we get caught?" "Relax," Adeshawa said. "We won't." The next day, the three girls skipped school together for the first time. It was easier than they thought, and that was how it all began. The parties were like nothing they have ever experienced. Loud music, endless bottles of alcohol, smoke filling the air. At first, Tolu refused to drink, but after some encouragement, she took a sip, then another and another. Sophia, she fit right in. She danced wildly, laughed loudly, and by the end of the night, she was kissing a guy she had just met. Adeshawa watched with satisfaction. See, she told them, this is what life is about. They started sneaking out regularly. School became nothing but the place they pretended to go to. The teachers suspected nothing. Their parents had no idea. And the parties, they got crazier. One night, after another wild party, Kelvin pulled Adeshawa aside. You need to be careful, he said. His voice was serious. Careful? She laughed. Why? He exhaled smoke from his cigarette. There are things you don't understand. Some people in this life, they are not who you think they are. Adeshawa frowned. What are you talking about? He shook his head. Just promise me, if I tell you to stop coming to these parties, you will stop coming. She rolled her eyes. Kelvin, you worry too much. But something in his eyes made her uneasy. She didn't know that night would be the last normal night of her life because something was coming, something dark, and soon skipping school would be the least of her problems.